Happy Onam! As it's Onam, of course, the story is about Mahabali. We all know the story of Mahabali, who was a very generous king, and during his reign, there was supposed to be heaven on earth, particularly in Kerala. He was someone who had conquered both heaven and earth. That is how the legend goes. But because he had conquered heaven as well, the gods were supposed to be unhappy with him, and so they complained to Vishnu. But Mahabali was actually the devotee of Vishnu. So Vishnu really did not want to punish him, but at the same time he could not ignore what the gods wanted from him, were asking of him. So he decided to come to Mahabali in the form of Vamana, which is a dwarf. This dwarf came to the Ashwamedh Yagna that Mahabali was performing. So Vamana came to the Ashwamedh Yagna where Mahabali was giving away gifts to celebrate his victories. And then he asked for the gift of 3 steps of land. Mahabali readily agreed to that. But what happened after that was something he had not expected. As Vamana was actually Vishnu, he took his Trivikraman form, the divine form, which was very huge. And in one step he measured heaven, and in another step the earth. And he still had to keep his 3rd step. And of course by then Mahabali understood that it's Vishnu. And so he requested him to put the 3rd step on his head. Now till here the story is same everywhere, but after that everybody has different versions of what happened after that. Some say that Vishnu pushed him down to the netherworld. Some say that with the touch of Vishnu he achieved heaven. Others say that he went even above heaven to Vaikuntha. And some others
think he is Chiranjeevi.
Yes, some others think that he attained immortal life. We all know that Vishnu did grant him this favor of allowing him to come every year to Kerala, his beloved land, when everybody would celebrate him as the most benevolent king and remember their happy times when he was the king here. Now what I want to ask, this is Christina, my daughter. What I want to ask her is, which version of the story, the ending of the story, would you want to believe in? Do you think he went to Vaikuntha, or was he immortal, or did he go to the netherworld?
I suppose he'd be immortal since he has to come back every year to visit Kerala.
And why do you think everybody, mostly if you listen to the stories, they all believe that he was pushed into netherworld? Why do you think everybody, or a good proportion of people, believe that story?
I think people always want to assume the worst.
People always want to assume the worst. Now why would that be? I think we are always given the choice to choose something that is positive and something that is negative. It's some insecurity in us that everything might become negative eventually, or everything might go into chaos, that makes us accept the negative stories more. We should remember that we have a choice. Let's choose the positive. And as Mahabali was someone who was the personification of goodness, and even if, as some say, he had pride because of which he was punished, we cannot really believe in an unjust God who punishes for one wrong, forgetting all the other hundreds of good things that the person represents. And if you just look at how Mahabali readily asked Vishnu to put his feet over his head, if he ever had any pride in him, that particular moment was where he was free of pride. So certainly what we would believe is that Mahabali is in heaven, or in a very beautiful place. So wish you again a
Very happy
and positive Onam.